Well, frost last night, heavy rain followed, it's been raining all morning, and I thought I'd come down, check the pond. It's still a bit frozen. I'm just going to have a quick look at the fish. I'm not going to keep them open or feed them or anything because they're not taking food at the moment. So we'll have quick look, see what they're doing. The water's nice and clear. The fish obviously are at the far end of the pond, which is the deepest. So I don't want to disturb them. The pond temperature at the moment is 5.8. A lot better than what it was last night when it dropped to just below 2. So we'll leave them alone, they're quite okay in there. And I'm going to get on with figuring out the solar panels today. How many solar panels do I need for the pond is the question. So we'll start that now. First thing you need is a compass, because you need to determine which is south. So if I stand here, I know that is south. So I know that the best place to put my solar panels there would be one on there. In fact, get 2 on here. Put 2 on here. They're pointing south. Then put 1 on here on the fence, which obviously would be pointing see. So we get a south. Putting 1 on the fence would point it west. So 1 would go west. So we are now got 2 panels over here pointing south, which basically would cover the sky from southeast to southwest, and then 1 on there which would point directly west. I could also put another one on there which would be pointing directly east, giving me 3 panels, give me 600 watt panels, which is more than enough to control everything in the garden and the pond, garden lights, garden cameras, all the pond equipment. Now your problem is, what sort of panels do you get? Now, there's no point on skimping on panels, and there's no point in believing that panels don't work when it's dark, because they do. Now, the best panels to get to go for me would be a 16 or 18 BB panel, because they are the strongest panels you can get, and would give you the most amount of power. Now, the other thing is breakdowns. If a panel breaks down, it needs to be replaced easily. So that's the reason I personally would go for 200 watt panels, because they're cheap enough, about £90 each, and you can replace them easily if one breaks down, and it doesn't cost you a lot of money. 16 or 18 BB panels? Well, 16 is a reasonable price, as I've just mentioned. 18 are more expensive, but are the best. Now, an 18 panel will, when it's dark, or shall I say overcast, use the Earth's infrared radiation to charge itself up. It doesn't need the sun, it doesn't need a clear sky, but can use the radiation that it picks up in the sky. Now an 18 BB panel is even better, because that can take its power from streetlights. Yes, if you live in a city and the sky is always that colour, orangey, or the overcast you see from streetlights that hangs around in the sky, it can use that to charge them up. So if you live in a city, 18 BBs would be the best, because not only can you use the infrared radiation in the sky, but you can also use the street lighting that hangs around in the sky, should we say, at night. If you want to go for something that's just for basically the sun, or slightly overcast days, then just get a standard N panel. But my idea is to try and get all this put together in the cheapest possible way and the easiest way, so that every one of you can follow what I'm doing. And if you want to try it yourself, you can. So I'm going to go with either 16 BB or 18 BB panels, depending on the light where I am. 18 BB gives about 30% more power than a 16, and a lot more than the basic N panel. So I'll leave it there for today, because it's absolutely freezing out here and I'm sitting on the bench which is iced. So take care, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.